But it's a very big day in downtown New York for a group of high school students. Steve Leisman is live in Lower Manhattan as he prepares to crown the top young mind in economics. Will we meet the next Ben Bernanke or Janet Yellen today, Stevie?
Students have competed, and now there are just 16 remaining in 4 teams. I've got 4 on each side of me, 4 kids from 2 teams on each side of me from high schools around the country, where, as you say, we're going to crown the next Bernanke or the next Yellen, the next economics professor, and they're going to know, the amount they know, guys, will humble you and will astonish you when you come back and hear some of these amazingly smart kids and how much they know about economics. Back to you.
All right, Steve, we're looking forward to that. It's going to be a great event here. We've got that all throughout the 1 and the 2 o'clock hour. So, Steve, sit tight. I know you got a lot of smart people there.
Okay, let's begin the final round of the David Ricardo division of the 15th Annual National Economics Challenge. Is everybody ready? Okay, here is question 1, and you guys know what the rules are. 15 years ago, Facebook did not exist. Today, there are more than 1.35 billion active users. In which category of productive resources do economists place Mark Zuckerberg, co-founder of Facebook?
Homestead, you have 15 seconds, you may not confer. You have 5 seconds, and you may not confer.
Entrepreneurs?
That is correct.
Okay, the score is now Homestead 1, Carmel 0. Steve, please read the next question.
Moving on to the next question, question 2 in the David Ricardo division. In terms of nominal U.S. dollars, the International Monetary Fund's World Economic Outlook ranked which economy the 3rd largest at the end of 2014?
Carmel, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
And Japan? Japan. Yes, Germany. Germany. Germany, you're right. I'm gonna go Germany. Okay. Germany?
That is incorrect. Steve, you may reread the question.
Okay. Listen carefully, guys. In terms of nominal U.S. dollars, the International Monetary Fund's World Economic Outlook ranked which economy the 3rd
And we'll get back to
largest
Steve Leisman and live in New York very shortly. Very exciting there. Okay, well, let's get back to New York City, where we join Steve Leisman once again live. I do believe we're looking at the last question in the 2015 National Economics Challenge.
Brazil.
Let's listen in.
Brazil is correct.
And the final score is Carmel 13. Homestead High School awarded David Ricardo National Champion for 2015.
Yeah, thank you, got heart attacks.
All right, that was truly amazing. You guys should just be really proud of yourselves over here, and especially over here, the winner's side. Congratulations to both teams for an exciting competition. Our winner of the David Ricardo division is Homestead High School from Cupertino, California.
All right, hey, congratulations to Homestead High School winning that division. I was just thinking to myself, Mandy, that, you know, we talk about Cupertino because we talk about Apple all the time. Well, it's apparent that the town of Cupertino produces a lot more than just iPhones.
Yeah, probably some very smart employees at all those companies there like Apple, and some very smart children of said employees, right? Okay.
Yeah,
we're going to get back to that, a whole other competition coming up.
That's right. We got more divisions coming up, more winners coming up at the 2 o'clock Eastern time hour. Steve Leisman doing a great job. All right, meantime.
Okay, welcome back. We are here in the Adam Smith division. This is for kids who take tougher classes, baccalaureate classes, honors classes, and we're here with 2 schools. On my left here is Mounds View High School, and that's from Minnesota, right? And over here on my right is Carmel High School from Indiana. Let's begin the Adam Smith division with the first question. Are you guys ready? Yes, sir. All right. First question. Each worker and employer in the U.S. is responsible for paying a Medicare tax that represents what percentage?
Mounds View, you have 5 seconds. You may not confer.
1.45%.
That is correct. You may reread the question. Wish for the audience.
Here's the full question. Each worker and employer in the U.S. is responsible for
And we'll
paying
get back
Medicare
to
tax.
Steve as he continues with the economic challenge.
Meet perhaps the Janet Yellens, the Bernankes, the Greenspans of the next generation. We're crowning this year's National Economics Challenge winner when Power Lunch returns.
Welcome back. All right, welcome back. I'm here at the National Economics Challenge put on by the Council for Economic Education, and we have our winners with their fabulous trophies after an unbelievable contest. And we have here on the left, Homestead High School from, it says here, iPod, California, Cupertino, California. Cupertino. What got you interested in economics?
The class that we took this year with Miss Eaton here.
So it was your teacher who got you involved?
Yes, definitely.
Who's your favorite economist?
My favorite? Keynes.
Why Keynes?
I love Keynes. I just love Keynes.
Just love Keynes.
I just love him.
So not everybody loves Keynes. What did you want to say?
I do too, because he spends a lot of money.
That's both the criticism and the thing. It's like, okay, so tell us you're the very first, the most important rule of economics.
Make profits.
It's maybe more finance, but that's okay. How hard is it to get these kids interested in economics?
They're just incredibly impressive students, and they are the ones that, I mean, they're the spark that makes it work. I didn't have to do much. I just, you know, teach them, and they...
All I can say is hats off to you and all the teachers who got these kids inspired and interested. You heard one of your students say it was you, the teacher, that got them involved. Let's talk here on the right side here, Mounds View High School from Arden Hill, Minnesota. Now, you guys won with a bunch, you came in early with like a bunch of things. Did you have like ESP?
I don't know. No.
You don't have ESP? Would you guys confirm, does she have ESP? Do you know?
Maybe.
I mean, I wish I had the question in front of me, but she'd cut me off halfway through. What's your favorite part of economics?
I love being with this team who are all willing to wake up at 6:30 a.m. and do econ.
So you'd wake up at 6:30, come in before school. In Arden Hills, Minnesota, what's the temperature? No, what's the square root of the temperature? Quick, the square root.
-30.
-30. Who's your favorite economist?
Probably John Kenneth Galbraith.
Why Galbraith?
I just think it's interesting. His theories on the leisure class.
Interesting. What's the hardest thing to teach these kids about economics?
That's a hard question for me because they really are so willing to learn anything. I guess the hardest part is when they bring me questions I can't answer.
Give me an example.
I don't think I could have come up with that last one they did on the quiz bowl by myself.
That was amazing, the last one. I wish I had it in front of me. I don't remember what it is because I read 64 questions, but it was incredible how they did it. Is it hard to get them inspired?
I don't think so. They're really, really motivated students, and it's like just provide them the material and they run with it.
And just so everybody knows what this is all about, the Council for Economic Education is bringing finance and economics into the high school. It's not a required course and getting kids out with a basic knowledge. Let me just ask Nan here. Nan, how successful have you been so far?
We've been very successful, as you can see here today. We had 10,500 kids competing across the country in the National Economics Challenge. A handful of them made it here. We reached 55,000 teachers across the country and millions of kids. And
10,000 kids competed.
10,000 kids competed in this competition to get down to just the 32 that you saw here this weekend.
That's amazing. Oh, I'm sorry, just the 32 kids right here. Yeah.
32 for the finals here this weekend.
Steve, can I jump in for a second, buddy?
Let me ask you. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I got a question for the Mounds View kids from Arden Hills, Minnesota.
All right, this is for the Mounds View kids.
Because the Cupertino kids, listen, Silicon Valley's rolling. Here's my question: that people criticize CNBC for ignoring, quote, the flyover country, the Midwest. How do they see the Midwest economy? Do they think the United States is better off now than it was 2 years ago, and will it be better off 2 years from now?
It's an interesting question. Okay, so Brian back home wants to know, being in Minnesota, which people call flyover country, how's the economy in Minnesota, and how's the economy now, and how do you think it's going to be 2 years from now?
I think Minnesota is doing really well. We have higher employment, and we have good education.
What's your view?
I agree with Abraham. I think Minnesota's great.
Okay, Minnesota's great. And I want to ask one guy over here, what's your dream job?
My dream job? I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking of being an entrepreneur or programmer, but I'm trying to figure things out.
How about you?
I just want to sit back on the beach and relax. That is my dream job.
That's not the right answer. I mean, First of all, your parents now are having a conniption. I mean, that's for sure, right?
That's a normative statement.
That's a normative statement.
I never normative.
All
They're
right,
saying
Brian,
normative.
I don't know if you.
The fact that they're saying normative statement
These guys,
as high schoolers proves that there is hope for America. Those kids single-handedly give me optimism about the future.
This is ground zero for hope for America, Brian. Back to you.
Wow, great job to all you guys. Cupertino, California, Arden Hills, Minnesota. Steve Lee, I'm tearing up because these kids, really, they are the future, and it is bright. All right, let's give me some shades. All right, up next.